dreaming, start dreaming. Hopefully the tank toddler is gonna stay asleep. Her first nap today was not enough. So, let's see here. We are live. Look at that. Wunderbar. And this is Flegel's Bf109 A. It is the earliest model Bf109 in the game, I believe. Notice the wooden two-blade propeller. Classy. And the clipped wing style, as opposed to the, I think, the Bf109 F4 has, maybe I'm just full of it. Look at the B1 late. Same battle rating. Same wing design. And, interesting hole there is that for a cannon mounted engine that doesn't appear yet. Or an engine mounted cannon. And, the same 1,000 rounds of 7.92. So, essentially, effectively the same aircraft. It's the same battle rating, with the swastika reproduction there, as you see. Fun fact, the symbol known as der swastika was a symbol that was used by many cultures long before the Nazis appropriated it, so it's kind of silly to edit it out of things. But that's history for you. Yeah, the guns are mounted slightly exactly the same in the Bf109A as they are in the Bf109BL. So, that's a thing. This is a classy little airplane. It's a gentleman's airplane. I really like it. I love the energy fighting / boom and zoom style of gameplay. The Bf109 can produce a good amount of speed for its battle rating, especially at 1.3, and nice handling characteristics all around. Fun aircraft to fly, and it comes with a top hat. So, if you haven't picked up Flegel's Bf109A, it's a teensy amount of golden eagles to pick up. You can acquire that many in a challenge if you want to, or you can just drop a couple of bucks on the game. I won't tell if you won't tell. And I think you'll be able to pick this up with war bonds at some point. I think I got this one for free when it first came out. I think there was some kind of event to get it. Some simple thing. But I digress. Do I have the other German premium aircraft? No, I don't. So there was another one that doesn't appear anymore. But I don't have that one. I think it's, well, it doesn't matter. We were making a custom camo, so we had a few fun matches in this plane. And, I just wanted to get back to my roots. And every now and then, when I don't have anything else to do, I like to jump into a beginner's aircraft that I haven't flown, and just play around. Just get a feel for the meta. You know, I don't care about like a KD ratio or anything like that. And I think that people who go down into low tier just to get a bunch of kills are kind of despicable. But you know what? If that's what you want to do, at least you're teaching people something by example. I remember when I first started playing this game, I really was surprised by, I would look at the stat card and see, okay, I've got a 276 mph max speed. So if I just fly in a straight line, I'll be able to fly faster than, say, this guy, right, who's only got 250. But then they kept on catching me, and I was like, what's the deal? And then I realized that you have to climb. and that when you turn you lose speed and stuff like that. And this airplane right here is a great one to learn those things and to practice those skills. And I found that it's fairly simple to fly, but only 1,000 rounds of machine gun ammunition actually disappears fairly quickly, so you also need to learn to use those cowling mounted guns efficiently, and you're going to see these for a long time in the German tree, and you're going to fly planes that handle like this one for a long time in the German tree. And you know what? You can side climb in this thing, and you can use that strategy for a long time, say it with me, in the German tree. So this is a great trainer, and other people have talked more about it, but today we're going to take a look at custom skinning. So I've already done a few things before I started the stream. I went to customization, and I created a custom camo just by clicking that. And now we're going to go to it, and you what, mate? As you can see, there's nothing different about this custom camo yet, but stay tuned. We'll get to that. And if you feel like this is a slow start for a tutorial, well, it's not a tutorial. I'm just kind of sharing my life with you. We got OBS running, and this is GIMP, and this is the file that we created. If I go into my folders here, let me show you where we are. App data, local, War Thunder, user skins, template Bf109 A1. That's the folder where you find these images. You've got 4 images and a text file. You've got 2 different types of image. You have your C images and your N images. C stands for color, that's your color maps. You have C and C damage. That's for when your plane gets damaged, it references this image. Your N file is your normal mapping, and normal means basically the surface. So you've got N and N damage, and I'd leave these alone. So let's just delete those 2 files and go into our text file and look at what our text file is. This is referring to our vehicle, and then it says replace Bf109C, okay, this file, with Bf109C.tga. That's specifically this picture. So whatever we do to this picture will replace the default image in the game with our custom image. And if we change the name of this, we can change the name of that, but there's no need to do that. And the same thing for the damage file. Same thing for our N files. So we're not messing with the N files. So we'll delete that reference in the text and save the document. And that tells the mod not to replace any of the texture mapping, just the color mapping, because I don't mess with that at this point. So I would double click to open this in GIMP, because I've told GIMP to be the automatic program, the default program for opening these types of images. These are .tga files. So here we are. I've already created a new layer, and I'm going to copy my original image and paste it into the new layer. Now, any changes I make to this, I can revert back to the base image if I make a mistake. So that's there just in case I decide to scrap everything and start over. I won't have to reopen a file. Okay, so we'll hide our original, and we're still looking at a copy of it. And I've made 2 layers. I know I'm going to need at least 2 layers because I want to have an overlay layer, or a texture layer, and a decal layer. But first, let's colorify this layer. We're basically just going to change all the colors to fit a theme. So, the question is, what do I want my theme to be? And since this is a plane that faces, very early players of the game, and I'm an experienced player of the game Even if I'm not really skilled, I have a lot of experience. So why don't we make it a seal clubbing theme? So I looked up like seal club and Arctic seal, and I've got these cute little adorable baby seals, and we're gonna put them on there and put a few references to clubbing. And why not? We got the PETA symbol here in case we want to put that on there, and you know that would look great either here where this circle is, or maybe on the tail. So those are some options. And now I decide how much do I want to revise this image. So what I can do first is colorize it. So, or do I do this instead? Let me try something a little bit different. Now's the time to mess around early in our editing. So let's just play with some, I think it's in tools, maybe it's not, filters? Yeah, and it should be edge detect, edge, so we're basically just turning this into a line drawing. So our rivets and things will still show up, sort of, but all this detail is going to become a lot simpler. And that's going to be our way of kind of cleaning this up to give us more room to mess around with things. And also give it a more clean appearance in general. So, that, okay. Bam. And now it looks really weird, right? It's mostly black. So, I'm going to kind of turn this into a line drawing by going colors, invert. There you go. It sort of looks like a schematic now, a little bit, and it's a really fast, sloppy way to do things. And this is a relatively low resolution image for an entire plane. So, you know, if you really wanted to make a nice custom skin, you would change that up a bit. And I think what I'll do is I'll pull some of the darks and just basically start from scratch with this. So let's make another layer. And let's select by color and pull some of the darks. What do I mean by that? You'll see. Grab that. And maybe that. That's good. Really thinking here about what we want. Let's grab some of these grays. Okay. Now what are we looking at? We've selected a bunch of stuff, and it's all looking rather complicated at this point. So, let's go to a new layer, go to our fill tool, and black, why not? And then fill whole selection, and blam. Now let's hide our old layer and select invert and fill white. So, what have we done? This is just a simple line drawing style representation of what we had before, and it looks pretty terrible, honestly. Looks pretty pixelated, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll use this. Just kind of a few different ways of looking at our base to see what we can do with this. And I think what I'm going to do is delete most of it. So how do we go about this? You know, I think I'm going to go for like a really clean anime look for this one, not go for all the rivets and fine mechanical details. So let's just delete, select none. Let's just delete that layer. Go back to looking at this one, and you know what? Let's delete that layer as well. So here's our original one. We're starting over. We have, even, this is an important lesson for art. There's nothing wrong with scrapping everything and starting over from scratch, because you never want to push through something that doesn't make you feel anything, because if you don't feel anything about it artistically, if you don't feel like it's worth anything, then you're basically just, I don't know. To me, it's like wasting your time. Maybe if it's your job or whatever, but I'm all about passion. So I have a new plan. And my new plan goes something like this. We got our layer, fill. We just want a white canvas. There we go. And then we're going to pull this one up above it. And we're going to set the opacity to like 30. And now we have an idea for where things are, and we're going to start plonking things down on our decal layer. Okay, so here's our theme, Arctic white, and that's not the way it's going to appear in the final product, but it just gives us an idea of what we're working with. And let's just put some cute baby seal on here. So let's go back to our image and find somewhere to work with. This is the lower side of the wing, as you can tell, the underside of the wing, because there's where your landing gear goes. And if I move this over, you can see the side here. Is that gonna, yeah, that'll do. So here is the right side of the top wing of the words. Here's the right wing, here's the left wing, right? So they're flipped over. Yeah. Right wing goes toward the right, left wing goes toward the left. So, let's put a baby seal on the right wing. You know what? This guy's looking toward the left, so if we put him on the right wing, he'll have some nice dynamic stuff. He'll have some nice dynamics going on. Now, how are we going to put this guy into our image? First I copied the picture. Now I'm going to my decal layer, and it's not labeled because I don't label any of my layers, because that would just be a little bit more time I have to spend doing things. And how do we want to orient this guy? Let's rotate a bit and see what we come up with. It's usually not a bad call to orient your images along the plane of the wing, as you can see. So if we rotate this down a bit, then they'll seem a little bit more connected to the airframe, as it were. Get what I'm saying? So we only got so much space to work with here, and I really would like to fit more of him on there, but it looks like we're gonna have to resize him. Let's make it 400 pixels and see where that takes us. 450. Yeah, that's a little better. And because of the background I see on this picture, it's already given me some ideas about a theme I can go with here, but probably a little early for that. Now we can delete around what we don't want. And let's play with the hardness of our delete tool. Turn it down to 2.5 because we kind of want to blend this. And the lower your hardness of your eraser or whatever tool you're using, the more it feathers the image around that. As you can see, nice effect there. And we'll leave a little bit of that cloud. Let's pull a little bit tighter in on that, but leave just enough of a hint that we can work that into our theme. So I like that blue cloudy background. Maybe I can get a nice picture of an iceberg and put it along both wings. It'd be a nice thing to follow this up with. As our horizon, as it were. Is there another picture of our baby seal looking to the left? Or even this one there could work. And if he's not looking in the direction we want him to, we can just flip it over. So, let's pull this one. Flip it. Horizontal. Copy. Drop it down into our decal layer. Resize. And let's try that. Oh, actually I want this below the decal layer. Hold on. So let's copy that and remove it. Make a new layer. Pull it down below our decal layer and paste our fella in there. So now he's below his little brother there. Yeah. And we want this guy even smaller. For perspective's sake. 300 should be okay. If you resize things considerably, you're going to get some pixelation and such. But I think it'll work out for us. Yeah, over there is nice, I think. Let's rotate him a tad. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that looks believable. And again, this is not, you know, high quality Photoshop work. This is just quick and dirty. I have about an hour while Tank Toddler is asleep to get this done, and I don't have the wherewithal to finish it after that. So we get what we get today, and if we don't get it, we're not going to worry about it. That is a pretty cute little fella. Okay, that's pretty adorable. Alrighty. What now? Maybe the other wing? So we've got two little baby seals on that wing. What are we gonna have on this one? Maybe one over here? I think I could work with that. Let's do this little guy. Or maybe this one. I like this one. So freaking cute. Okay. I do love these little fellas. Seals in real life are kind of douchebags, but that's okay. I don't have any bad experiences with Arctic seals, so so we'll just leave it at that. But the seals around where I live on the Oregon coast, they sort of just move in and take over because you're not allowed to kill seals around here, and they're very aggressive. They're basically like wild dogs. So yeah, fishermen and sportsmen don't appreciate the level of respect they get from the local wildlife. So let's make this one a little bit more direct. Yeah, I can dig it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Okay, we'll have to see how that turns out on the final product. There's a few ways we're going to check on this before we... You know what? I feel like I need to resize that a bit. So, let's make it 500. And I hate to do this, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to fit on the wing all that well without being resized. Okay. So, it looks like we need a picture of an iceberg. So let's go to the old Googles. And what are we gonna put? Arctic. Let's go for that. Yeah, that's not bad. We might be able to use that. We want to see the snow and the sky in a similar way. What? Oh, Japan, you're so weird and cool. And weird. Okay. Robert Untersteiner. Untersteiner. I don't see the image I wanted. Oh, I guess it's in the bar here. Click. So, no sauce. Let's get rid of the PNG. See what we can find in general. Arctic iceberg. Meh. Meh. Let's just look up Arctic landscape. Look at the little bears. What in the heck? Looks like a concept. A silly concept. Also, what's up with that sky? That's interesting. Clouds. Let's check the old page. Looks like we don't have any comments, so moving on. That's not bad. That could work. That could possibly work for us. We're just looking for a background here for the wings. And yeah, we'll run with that one. It's hard to find something quite as featureless as what we want, because all we really want is all the redirects here. All the redirects. I can't copy images from this. Come on. Killing me. Google doesn't make it quite so easy to copy images anymore. Arctic landscape. Well, whatever. Maybe we'll come up with something else. Maybe let's see. Arctic seal. Blah da da da. Yeah. You ugly. Goodness. The pups are cute, but when they grow up, they aren't quite so adorable. Hey, chubby. Alright. Alright. I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing. So... okay. Arctic... background. Maybe. 800 by 250. What's up with these odd resolutions? Let's if I go to settings, no, tools, size, large. There we go. Okay. I don't want to get too complicated here. Maybe I should do more just pasting things down before I look into building a background. That could be good. Or maybe I could just use something like this. So, just a simple gradient. Save image. There we go. Alright. Let's try that. And so we need to put that in a layer for backgrounds. In other words, we need another layer. This layer. Alright. Back down to downloads. Pull her into there. And deal. Okay, so here's our gradient. And yeah. Copy it. Hide it. Zoom way out so we can kind of get an overview of what we're working with. Go down to this layer. Why am I looking at that box like that? Select. Nothing is selected. Okay, I guess that's just what we have. Alright. Now, how am I gonna do this? Let's do it the sloppy way. What in the heck? Something's weird here. What is up? Huh, okay. Why are you taking so long? Oh, that's why, dummy. Wrong tool. I wanted the lasso. Okay, so that's roughly the wing right there. There's some fuselage as well. We're gonna find out. Oh, that's ugly. It's ugly. Oogly mang. Alright, fill. Pattern. Clipboard. And full selection. That looks terrible. Also, why did it not? Weird. That's weird. Huh. So that didn't work. Let's take a look at this. Let's move it. No, not that. Look, I selected this, and then I hit move. And you move the background? Like, why? I'm not even in this layer. Why are you so weird? I wonder. Let's resize this to 2200. Meh. Meh. Not really happy with that. Let's resize it to 800. $1,100. There's the middle. Control C. Control V. And why do you never go exactly where you were? Aggravating. Paste. Hide. Okay, we're in that layer. And then that one has here. Delete tool. Okay. Zoom in a bit so we can line these things up nicely. Okay. Go out a bit again. Delete. Clean up these edges a bit. Again, this is a slapdash thing. This is as much just practicing getting things done as it is trying to make something meaningful. Actually, I'm really not trying to make something meaningful, so never mind. We're just practicing getting things done. Working on our skills. And that looks nice. So we've got a gradient on our lower wing. We've got a gradient on our upper wing. Oh, that's not what we wanted. We'll play with that later. And there's our upper body. Okay, so we're basically just deleting everything that's not what we want to mess with at this point. And we're being real sloppy about it. Not the only way to do this. Far from the best way. But it is fast for what it is. What it is. There we go. And back to our delete tool. Refine these edges. What exactly am I looking at here? Well, I definitely don't want it on the wing. There you go. And whatever that is, keep it off of those components. We don't need it. There. Okay. Anchor that. And now we're working on the lower, or what? The right side of the fuselage. So, whoops. Move. Okay. And that seems pretty good. Back to our delete tool. Same idea. Everything we don't want. I messed up. Do it this way. Go in tight. And there we go. Looking good. It's starting to come together. Once you get the background in, things look a lot nicer. This one is just all about doing the work. because we chose a gradient instead of a sort of a dispersed pattern, we have to apply this individually to each section of the plane, because this one is going to be, it's got to be oriented just right. So you'll see sort of what I'm talking about once we get this done, but you can tell when it's upside down is basically the idea, and we don't want to paste it onto any of these layers upside down or sideways or something like that. And so far we've done reasonably well. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of artifacting and garbage we'll have to deal with at some point, but so far I'm happy with this. And then here's our tail, and I'm not sure what that is, and there's more tail. So which one's the top of the tail? We got those two little jobbers. If we go back into the game and look for our two, probably where these things connect, so that would be the bottom side of the tail. It has the two nubbies on it. You see the nubbies? Nubby? This is the bottom of the tail. That would make this the top of the tail. Why does that matter? Maybe later, maybe now, we'll see. But we want to be consistent with the tail, so we'll put it right there. And once again, continuously editing out what we don't want. There are other ways to do this. There are faster ways to do this. This is the way we're doing right now. And it's just sort of a relaxing way to practice your drawing skills and just spend some time thinking about what you want to see this become. Move this on over. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And there you go. Get a little bit of copy paste in there, and we'll see how this turns out. So that's our background, and already I want to do some adjusting on our decals. So that's pretty much the background layer done. Let's go here and put all of this equipment back into its standard color. Don't want to look too strange. May look a bit strange, but it won't look too strange. Extraña. And we're not even going to bother with, that looks like some engine cowling, so let's leave that the background color. It's still going to be a bit of an artifact, but I'm okay with that. Artifact is something that stands out from the rest. What artifacting is, basically. It's when you done messed up as a graphic designer. Which is something you'll see quite often in my images. So get used to it. I have. I'm very used to not being satisfied with all the details of what I'm working on. After all, I just do this for fun. What is that? I wonder what that piece is. Whatever it is, we're leaving it the way it was. Now let's go into some selecting. There we go. Once again. Come on, mouse. Cooperate. Yeah, blame the hardware. Okay. Delete that. And I don't know what this is, but keep it colorized as well. Okay. Starting to look good. Maybe. Delete. Okay. And this up here. And what else? This. There are people who do a very good job of making custom camos. They zoom close in and they pay attention to every rivet and bolt and detail, and I have nothing but the highest respect for them. I am not that kind of person. I just don't have the time. What happened? Things got weird. Oh. Okay. Delete. Alrighty. So, we have a background. We have our equipment appearing. And, we can delete that. We can get rid of a bunch of this stuff. A bunch of these layers we don't need. Now here's our decal layer. Let's play around with that a little bit. You know what? I think I've decided that I don't need that text up there. And also, let's feather that out a bit. Get rid of that hard edge. I like having the boat in there. That's pretty neat. Okay, I can live with that. Now let's work on the body and maybe the underwings. And the cool thing about the underwings is they're right here next to each other, so we can put a big image and splash it across there if we want to. But at the very least, it'll be easier to drop decals down onto. Let's actually work with the tail. So vertical plane of the tail, we'll put select okay, we'll put this little PETA logo. Now there's the vertical plane of the tail. Okay. And we'll resize that. 226, let's make it 120. Make it 150. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Copy, anchor, paste. And we're gonna need to see, that's right. And that's also right. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. We want to have this more or less line up with the other one. So it looks like these X's don't line up. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't line up. Yeah, that's odd. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Close enough for jazz, as they say. Alright. Bam. And that's a perfect place to put the PETA logo as well. Maybe we'll put one on the wings here. We want it below our decal layer. Okay. This all... it's not all good, but maybe I'll live with it. Let's see, that's lined up. That is as well, I think. Let's see. So that's the top, left to right. Yeah, okay, that's convenient. So, that all works, more or less. Why is this layer... That why? Okay. That's sort of what it's gonna look like. Okay. Go back to that. And now what? Now... Maybe we'll put that on there. Copy. And let's put it under our decal layer. And we'll put it on the side there. So we're going to want to scale it down. How's 600 looking? Almost. I can live with that. And then paste it on there. Then box and color, intersect, white, delete. Yeah. Nope, not that. Okay. And we'll paste that there. Go back to this layer. And black down. Behind our PETA. Okay. Looks not bad. Looks not bad. And I don't really like that pink color. So, decal layer, right? No. This one? Yeah, there we go. So, let's fill it with more of a blue. Ew, that was odd. Oh, that's why. Eh. That's not bad. We'll just remove it. Then we have to fix that. Okay. How do I fix that? Let's just delete it. Top layer? Nope. Bottom layer? Yeah. And then we go to this one. Watch this. We'll select right next to it. Copy, paste, move. Look at that. Huh? That's using the old thinky thinker. Alright. Not bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got our PETA stickers all over this thing. And, they're cruelty-free and vegan, or baby seals. And what else? I like that one. Copy. And put in our decal there. Where are we gonna put you, little fella? You're so freaking adorable. Maybe up here? Yeah, why not? Resize it a bit. Move. And feather. Pasted it down. And now okay. I'm happy with that. Do 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 do. Colors. Colorify. Glamour. Glamour. Custom color. A bit more light. Okay. And then we'll just select that color. Whoops. That color. Select, invert, Control C. And decal layer. Do da da da. Rum bum beat rum bum bum. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Then we'll just rotate it a bit. Again, trying to line it up with the wing a little bit. Not try too hard. I like that. I like that. Alright. It's ugly, it's over the top, but it's exactly what I was going for. Ow. Oh, my dead leg. Alright. Oh. What did I do? I did something. Okay, we fixed it. Control Z, my best friend. Alright. What else? We got our tail. Got our body. Let's work on that. What else do we have? Let's get that PETA symbol in there. Copy. Remove. And decal layer. Paste. Move. There. Resize it a bit. 700. That looks good. Yeah, I can put it there. Okay. Now that we have our PETA mobile properly set up, let's do something a little fancy. Go back to this layer, select by color, bam, select invert, go to this layer, delete. Okay. Let's see how this monstrosity looks. A file. Overwrite. What have we done? You know what? This actually looks pretty good. This actually looks pretty good. I'll have to resize that a little bit. That looks like crap. Yep. But overall, I might just leave that PETA symbol off of the tail plane. That looks pretty neat, honestly. Not terrible. Yeah. Maybe something on the engine cowling here. But the artifacting isn't too bad. You can see a little bit of it there. Around the intake. Air intake, that is. Wings look nice. The flaps always look terrible, but it takes forever to get the flaps to look good. That's not bad. I could stand to make that a little smaller as well as that one. So let's work on that and go from there. So, it's in our decal layer, right? Yeah. So let's work on that. Copy, delete, paste, resize, make it 680. And move it. There we go, that looks good. And this, same deal. Resize. 550, let's make it 510. Alright. And rotate it just a bit. There we go. I'm digging it. And then this one. Let's just remove these. That's odd. Okay. Remove those. And sounds like Mom is home, so that'll be the end of this stream. Alright guys. I guess you can check live.warthunder to see how this one went. Catch you next time. Bye bye.